let's get started with the first. So in the Fearless Dating program, during the program, I set random challenges for my clients. And by random, I don't mean, like, actually maybe random was not the right choice of words, but I set them challenges during the program, just for them to go out into the world and try on new skills of communication, new ways of being, and so forth. And the one that I set them the week last week, I think it was about beginning to take a look at their lives, and as they go through their day-to-day lives, they will be presented with choices and sort of choice points, decisions that they have to make. And at some point, they're going to have to make decisions that may not always feel easy, but it's the right thing to do. So the question that I left with them is, any decision that you have to make, are you going to do what's easy, or are you going to choose to do what's right? And I just wanted them to take that consciousness into their day-to-day lives and see how it impacted the choices that they made. They all accepted the challenge, and when we reflected on it in yesterday's session, oh my God, they loved the challenge, and they all utilized it in so many different ways, in so many different areas of their lives. We were talking about, all of us have had an interesting relationship to getting up early in the mornings, and I've recently started what I've called my hour of power in the morning, where I wake up and I have a set of activities that I do. One, it's almost like a sort of chain reaction. I jump out of bed, the alarm clock is on the opposite side of the room, so that that just the sheer act of going from my bed to the alarm clock wakes me up. There's my bottle of water there, so I'm ready to hydrate there, not near my bed. My toothbrush is there, so I can go straight to the bathroom, wake myself up, and so forth. And I've set these little dominoes up so that it's easy for me to follow through one thing after another, for me to start my day in a really powerful way. Sometimes it doesn't always feel easy. Those nights where you've not had a great night's sleep, or in my case, I often get quite hungry while I'm asleep, so sometimes I can wake up and I feel quite groggy, quite tired. But I know it is the right thing to do for me to not snooze. It's the right thing for me to do to get on with my morning routine, because it's me stepping up. It's me taking deep responsibility for who I am, what I'm here to create in my life, and for me to start my day off in a really powerful way. And what's really cool about it is, by 8 o'clock, 7:30, I've already ticked off so many of the important things in my life, be that my prayer, my meditation. I'm doing, my Course in Miracles spiritual practice, yoga. I'm challenging myself with some bicep curls right now. Reading is really important to me as well, so getting in a bit of reading there. I'm trying these things, these affirmations. I will tell you about it. So they're not affirmations, they're afformations. I will tell you about that in another video. But all of these things, my dance practice, all that gets hit off in the first hour and a half of me waking up. And it is such a great way to start the day. And like I said, it doesn't always feel easy in the morning when you're a little bit tired, a little bit groggy perhaps, but it is the right thing to do. We are presented with those opportunities in our relationships as well. Maybe we've been dating someone for a while, or we've been in a relationship with someone for a while, and it's not quite what it was. It's not quite what we want anymore. We want different things, and sometimes it feels like it's easier to just not have a certain conversation. It may be easier for us to just stay in the relationship a little bit longer, just to see, what happens if it gets better. But actually the right thing to do would be to just bring the relationship to an end or a close, or at least have a conversation to bring up the topic of what's going on and what could be done differently. You know, one of my clients was sharing an example of when he is when he's dated previously. You know, certain times he's connected with people, he's gone on dates with them, and then he realizes, okay, well, it's not quite the connection that I was hoping for. And he would normally kind of just out of politeness, out of habit, just carry the conversation on, you know, for a while, and eventually let it dissipate, let it kind of just drift off into nothingness. Whereas what he did as a result of this challenge this week was actually very respectfully, you know, bring that conversation to an end, because he was respecting the fact that he no longer wanted to devote energy to something that he was no longer invested in, and also respecting that for the you know, the lady that he was dating as well, that she can put her energy and her interest elsewhere, where it is really desired, and is going to be nurtured. So it was beautiful just to see the ways in which they were all utilizing this challenge of doing what's right versus what's easy. So that's one of my questions to you. You know, in your life, hello Vedran, I can see you watching there. Oh, so awesome to see you. Vedran is a lovely guy I met when I was out living in Bali. So lovely to know you're here. So in your life, where do you feel there's something that you can do, or there's a decision that you need to make where doing what's right is way more important than doing what's easy? Have a think, because often there are quite a few things, from the seemingly small choices that we make in our day to the ones that that can, you know, feel a lot grander. So doing what's right versus doing what's easy.